I would like to thank the Cincinnati Bengals organization and the Brown family for taking a huge shot at hiring me. I know hiring a college head coach is always a little worrisome when they have no NFL experience whatsoever, but again, I really appreciate them taking the opportunity and hiring me. It's always been a dream of mine to be a coach in the NFL, and I could not be more excited than to land in Cincinnati. I think, this team has a really bright future ahead of them. They have a lot of young, talented prospects on the roster that I'm extremely looking forward to working with. I think Joe Burrow is an absolute amazing quarterback. At LSU, it wasn't a fluke, and he proved it last year in his rookie season. He did really, really well for what he had. He worked extremely hard, and I'm really, really excited to get to work with him. I know the city, the fans of Cincinnati, they are immediately looking forward to getting back to winning football, and that's what I hope to accomplish here. Is I hope to get this organization with winning football. It's not going to be, right away. I know everyone wants to say that we hired a new head coach, we are immediately going to win a Super Bowl next year, but I wish that were the case. Unfortunately, that's not the case. I hope to make this transition as smooth as possible, and I hope we can start winning as soon as possible, but this does take time. So there is a little bit of patience that needs to be involved with it. But we do have the right stepping stones at the moment to go ahead and try to get winning football started sooner rather than later. First off, I need to look at this roster and see some of the players that are going up for contract renegotiations and figure out which players we are going to bring back and which players we are going to let go. And then on top of that, we need to see what we need to bring in from the free agent standpoint and see where we can, who we can bring in and what we can do during that point. And then it's all focused on the draft, and hopefully we can get some really, really solid and good players in the draft. Again, I'm really excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting to work. Thank you. I would just like to give everyone an update on some of the contracts that we have been dealing with over the last couple of days with some of the players currently on the roster. Wide receivers AJ Green and John Ross are both going to be testing out the free agency market. We have decided for John Ross that it's time for him to move on from the team, and we thank AJ Green for a lot of great years of service. William Jackson III corner talks are still ongoing currently at the moment. We have released Mackenzie Alexander. He was also in contract negotiations. We will not be continuing our conversations with him, but we have re-signed corner Tony Brown. We also re-signed Keith and Carter, fullback, and defensive ends Carl Lawson, and we have also re-signed Takaris McKinley. For right now, that is all we have for you. We'll keep you posted on the William Jackson news. Just another quick update. We have released offensive tackle Bobby Hart, running back Giovanni Bernard, and tight end CJ Uzwazman. We'd like to thank those guys for their service and hope for the best for them. Hello everybody, just to give an update on some of the free agent signings that we have made. We've gone after tight end Jared Cook, William Jackson III, who has re-signed with us after a long negotiation period. We have brought in specialty player Cordell Patterson. We've brought in middle linebacker Johnson, Quentin Spain, left guard, and right tackle Gilbert, or Marcus Gilbert. We are extremely excited to have all of these players. I think they're going to make great additions to our team. Just one final note, we were in play for Taylor Moton, right tackle, but unfortunately he signed elsewhere. And yeah, we need to deal with that, and we will. Entering the 2021 NFL Draft, we have the 3rd overall pick. This just in, we are trading the 3rd overall pick with the New York Jets, and we are acquiring the 8th overall pick in this year's draft. The New York Jets pick our 1st round pick of next year and their 5th round for next year. Stay tuned. And with the 8th overall pick, the Cincinnati Bengals are proud to select tight end out of Florida, Samuel Scott. And with our 2nd pick, we are proud to select out of Oklahoma State, center Elliott Ward. With the Cincinnati Bengals 3rd round pick, we are proud to select right guard out of Miami, Julian Callahan. With the Cincinnati Bengals 4th round pick, we are proud to select out of Miami wide receiver Javier Man. With the Cincinnati Bengals 5th round pick, we are selecting out of North Carolina middle linebacker Marco Baggs. With the 6th round pick, the Cincinnati Bengals are selecting out of Ohio State left guard Kashim Miller. And finally, in the 7th round, the Cincinnati Bengals select fullback Chet Rogers out of Georgia. Overall, I think we had a really solid our draft class. I think a lot of these guys can be impact players for us right away. Samuel Scott, I really like what I saw out of him in Florida. I think he can be a phenomenal tight end moving forward for us, and he has a great teacher in Jared Cook. And I think this was a really successful draft class. I can't wait to see some of these guys in OTA and training camp. And we're going to get hopefully into preseason sooner rather than later. Thanks.